If you're a beginner and ever wondered how to paint clouds, you're in the right place. That's exactly what I'll be showing you here today. Something as simple as clouds can help level up a painting. I will show you a few techniques that I use. I start with a background and I'm using oil paint. For this painting I want it to be warm because it's an autumn scene, so I'm using titanium white with just a bit of raw sienna to warm it up a bit. Painting over the fresh white background will allow the blue and white paint to blend. It also helps go on smoothly. This half-inch brush works well for this approach. It allows me to add just the right amount of paint in the exact place where I want the blue paint to be. I'm applying this to an acrylic underpainting I did with raw sienna. The underpainting will give this painting harmony. I thin down the paint with a bit of linseed oil. This allows it to go on smoother and allow me to use a thinner coat of paint. While I'm adding the blue, I'm doing mostly just crisscross back and forth strokes that blend in with the white layer. This will give subtle variations in the sky, like lighter and darker blues, that help it to have character and be more realistic. I'm using a bigger brush now for blending. That way I get out some of the brush strokes and make it look a little smoother. This also helps me locate the paint a little bit better. As you can see, it's actually getting lighter as it goes down towards the horizon and darker up towards the top. Right now I'm adding more blue to give the sky a richer look. And again, as you go down towards the horizon, we want to go ahead and fade it out so it blends in with the white. So we'll keep the darker part towards the top. Back to my smaller brush and some titanium white. So now we're going to go ahead and build some contrast in the sky. I'm brightening this area up a little bit using titanium white. Because the area underneath is still wet, it blends really well. Now using titanium white, I'm showing or starting to do the tops of the clouds here. Defining them with a little bit better edge. Blending in with the blue background helps keep them looking really fluffy. The titanium white brilliance actually helps deviate it from the lower end with the yellow ochre and the phthalo blue sky. So it helps them pop better. Still using a smaller brush so I could go ahead and put the clouds exactly where I want. Adding a little cad red to give it a little bit more of a pink look. Some variation in the cloud color. Little phthalo blue, cad red. Now we're working on the shadows of the clouds. So going between these two colors and titanium white, you could help build your clouds really well. Many artists start with the top part of the clouds, and they usually use some form of titanium white or a very light color. I'm actually doing them a little bit backwards, and it's just to show that you can actually do it either way, and they turn out just as good. I'm liking how this is turning out. You can really start seeing these clouds starting to take shape. Now I'm adding the top part of the cloud with the titanium white and putting on these little dabs here and there and blending it in. You can start seeing it looking like a real cloud. The more you blend, the softer it will look. So you want to be careful not to blend out all the cool character. But you can blend it just enough so you get it exactly the way you like. The nice part with the wet on wet is you can actually keep doing this over and over and over again. Worst case scenario, if you mess up or you think you mess up, you can always go ahead and wipe it off and start from scratch. Just adding a little bit more detail, going back and forth with the different colors, adding different layers, so now you can start seeing clouds in front of clouds, and still using the purple tinted paint for the shadow. Adding a little bit more of the blue for more definition for the sky, and blending it in. Now of course the tree branches and leaves are all going to be over top of this, and as you can see in the lower right hand corner, you can see where this is going. These clouds are finished, but they're not meant to stand alone. The real payoff comes when the rest of the scene ties in. The trees, the lights, and especially the cottage. This is just one piece of the bigger story, and in the next part you'll see how it all connects. Here's a quick glimpse of this painting and where it's headed. So that's how I paint glowing natural clouds. Soft layers, glowing edges, and knowing when to stop. If you found this helpful, hit like and let me know in the comments what part of the painting you want me to cover next. And don't miss this next video. I'll be working on a cottage and showing you how it all ties together.